I don't know if I'm supposed to talk to Nikki Hale during God Save the Queen.
Oh, I appreciate you playing it for me. It's how wonderful way to start my morning.
World correspondent Nikki Hale. You made a face.
Well, I love the royalty, as you know. I am a sort of a fan, but yeah, I don't. But either way, to me,
You think God Save the Queen is an appropriate national anthem for an entire country?
see, it depends, doesn't it?
On?
Whether you're a fan or not.
Well, I mean, you're not somebody who thinks that England should be a republic, are you? Or are you?
No. I like having the monarchy there. I really do. I do think it's very historical, very traditional. I think it's a nice thing. The only thing that bothers me somewhat is the tax burden. That is a little bit. And
How much is it per person, per resident a year to pay for the royals?
it's not as much as you'd think. I think
Okay.
it's less than $20 a year or something like
Why
that.
does that bother you then?
Well, no, it's not that. It's just
Good
that
for
we
tourism.
are. But if you look at the lavish life that they lead, to
Yeah.
a certain degree, so why should they have that? I mean, I'm just talking right now in the bad economic times that we have.
But they do
so-
have their own personal wealth, though.
They do, yes.
But you're talking about everything that I guess it must be security and that sort of thing that
Right.
comes with it.
Right, exactly. But not just that. I mean, they've got their own personal wealth. They're not going to sell anything, though. What are they going to sell to make
Yeah,
money? I
that's
mean, it's
right.
all so historical and so traditional. It's things that get passed down from generation to generation. So yes, can you put a figure on how much they're worth? Yes. Would they sell anything? I mean, that would show times of desperation, I think. So.
Well, Princess Kate and Prince William, apparently their honeymoon cost $85,000 a day or something like that.
I wish mine was that much.
And they don't have Britannia anymore, do they, or do they? The Royal Yacht's been sold off, I think.
I don't know. I've
Not
got
sure
to be
about
honest.
that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You know, our president used to have a yacht.
Really?
Yeah, President Nixon, and before him, they had what was it called? It was kept on the Potomac there, and he had a yacht that he could go. I don't know, come to me. He had a yacht he could go out on, and then in austerity, they got rid of it because they thought
Right.
it was a bad, and maybe it was tough on security too.
Right. Now, you didn't just play God Save the Queen this morning for me, though, did you?
No, for President Obama.
Right.
You saw. Tell us what happened. Did you see
Oh,
it?
I did, yes. So he was doing his speech to the Queen, and the timing was right. He didn't do anything wrong. The only thing that he didn't do, well, he did that he shouldn't have, was he put his note card down on the table
Yeah.
whilst he was speaking,
Yeah.
and so the band thought that was a signal that he was done. So clearly they weren't listening to what
Or
President
couldn't
Obama
hear,
was saying.
maybe.
Correct, yes. So they saw him put the note card down on the table, so they started to play God Save the Queen halfway through his toast to the Queen. And so he continued with the toast and then sort of cut it short, and they listened to the rest of the music, and then he said, Your Majesty the Queen. And so the next day when he was meeting with the Prime Minister of the UK, he said, you know what, it's like a movie. They just started playing in my theme song, and
The
I just went with
soundtrack.
it. Exactly. So he took it in a good way, I think, but a little bit of a flub there.
Yeah, I thought I saw the Prime Minister, or he was the Assistant Prime Minister or something. He said, I would have done the same thing. he said.
Right. Yeah, Nick,
But
yeah.
she didn't help him out, Her Majesty, at all, because she didn't turn her head. She didn't look at him. She just she stared straight ahead and left him out there.
I'm sure she thought, what on earth is going on? And I don't think I can fix it, so let's just go with it.
It's the Sequoia. That's what the yacht was called, thanks to Amanda
Oh.
Wall, who used her brain, or was it Google? One or the other.
Google.
Now, what about, do you think that when Michelle Obama got together, they got together apparently with Prince William and Princess Kate, and do you think Michelle Obama said, so how was the wedding? Looked nice on TV.
I'm sure she did. I mean, what else are they going to talk about? They've never met before, so
Yeah, but wouldn't you see that as a little bit of a dig, like, because they weren't invited?
no. I don't think so. I think, to be honest, both Michelle and President Obama are very well educated people, and they understand that to a certain degree they had to cut back the numbers. You just can't fit everybody in.
Yeah, but
And,
President of the United States?
Oh, I don't know. It wasn't a political occasion, so that was what they were going with.
I guess he comes with troubles, too, in that they would have to have security and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and they were saying, I don't know if you saw the recent press conference they just had, was an hour and a half long, and the journalists that were in the room were not allowed to stand, were not allowed to use their cell phones, were not allowed to do any set of movements. There were snipers, and this was all because of the president. So you can tell that wherever he's going in the world, he's very, very carefully watched. And so that could be part of it. But the other side of it was they were doing it, anybody that was in the political world was to do with charity more so than politics that were invited to the wedding. So
I see.
so it wasn't anything, against them. So I don't think there would have been any issues from that standpoint.
You don't?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
They're moving on. The president's moving on from England to France today and then on through Europe. And here's a little snub that may or may not be happening. Michelle Obama is going to return early from the Europe swing and skip Poland. And she is saying that she's got to be with her daughters. But there are people in Warsaw, especially the journalists, who think that she hates the president of Poland, that Michelle Obama is giving him the big old snub, President Komorowski. And apparently there's some talk that the president of Poland was in the United States, and he made an off-color joke about the First Lady's fidelity. And the word got back to her, and she said, I'm not going to Poland. Forget it. I'll leave early. See you, Barack. Have a nice time.
Very interesting.
Book me a flight from France or whatever it is for the GA, because
So
I
as
am
far
not
as I'm
going to
going.
Poland. No Pennsylvania polka for me.
Interesting. I had not heard that, so it could be. Us ladies, we do get upset over some silly things sometimes.
What do you think now? How did the president comport himself in this little love affair that we have between our countries that started with a war and now
It went very well.
Yeah?
It really did. Yeah, the reports coming out said that everything went smooth. I mean, to say that, he had the flub at the dinner with the Queen, I mean, who cares at that point? I mean, he obviously felt comfortable enough to not use notes when he was speaking to her, and that's, something that's unavoidable. So, no, but overall it went very, very well. He spoke to all of, Westminster Abbey and spoke to several people, and a lot of the times they said he opened with a joke, which we've seen him do here in the United States quite often, and apparently that broke the ice big time. So even though he was talking in regards to some stern topics and was actually discussing some very serious issues and trying to see how the UK and the United States can come together a little bit stronger, breaking the ice with the joke apparently did it for the Brits, and I can see that.
we're having what you would call typical country weather here in
Yes.
Michigan. I know that you spent part of your life in South America, so you didn't have to deal with it, but this is what the Londoners get all the time, isn't it?
Yes, but in South America you get downpours in the afternoon for like 3 hours of very heavy rain, so it seems to follow me a little bit.
This is the pesky
This
stuff.
is the drizzle, isn't it?
Let me ask you two questions. One, did you watch Oprah's last show yesterday?
No, I was working.
Two, did you watch American Idol?
I don't watch American Idol.
See? I'm telling you, the ratings are down. Have you ever watched it at all?
I used to watch it many years ago at the very beginning,
Yeah.
And now I've lost interest.
You've
I
had
haven't-
enough of it.
Haven't watched it in the last 4 years, I don't think.
The ratings bear it out. The ratings are down for the final show. And we're going to talk with Mike Hughes about that from MikeHughes.tv as soon as we get back. And we wish you well and
Thank you.
safety.
Thank you.
And God save the Queen.
Thank you.
You're royalty here to us. World correspondent Nikki Hale. It's Michael Patrick Shields all across Michigan. The president is now in France. He better behave himself over there because they have lots of saucy French dishes.
Not just that, there's some Frenchmen in trouble right now, right?
That's right. By the way, he's moved into a luxury townhouse. Strauss-Kahn, he was in an apartment. Now he's waiting for his trial, and he's in some luxury townhouse that costs, $8,000 a month or something like that. Back in a flash with Michael Patrick Shields on Michigan's Morning Show.